I was out earlier today playing frisbee with my grandson, and boy, do we have a lot of fun with the bright sunshine, the wonderful temperatures, and just a little bit of wind out there makes that frisbee do some weird things. Well, around Kingsville, looking awfully nice out there. 85 degrees southeast wind at 18 miles an hour, and over Beeville, 89 degrees southeast, east-southeast at 14, downtown Corpus Christi. That's looking awfully nice. We're sitting at 80 degrees, east-southeast wind at 16 miles an hour. Made it all the way down to 60 degrees this morning, this afternoon up to 83. Well, those peak winds were around 30, 32 miles an hour. But if you're heading out tomorrow, there's going to be a bit more wind, partly cloudy skies, choppy bays, 3 to 6 foot seas, and small craft should be exercising caution. Also a moderate rip current risk. But look at the water temperature. Just a couple of days ago it was 65. Now it's 76 degrees. It's getting up there, and it's going to stay fairly warm because the air temperature is going to stay fairly warm. Here's the big picture. The high pressure that brought all that extreme heat just yesterday, yesterday, has now moved off into the deep south, and that's really moderated our temperatures because of that east and southeasterly wind. But in the upper atmosphere, look at this little bow coming across. That's a ridge in the upper air, which means fair skies for the next few days. We will see no rain until midweek. We'll be watching this big storm system gathering momentum in the west, and that's going to be the rain producer the second half of the week. Temperatures right now across the state, 80s and 90s. Warm spot sitting up there at 97 in Laredo. But if you look across our own area, 96 in Cotulla, they were 97 earlier, 80s along the coastal zones, 90s in the interior, and the difference, relative humidity, very, very dry out into the interior area, the brush country, back into the Edwards Plateau. Dry air heats more readily, cools more easily as well. Along the coastline, that moisture beginning to come back in, 60 to 80% relative humidity. And with that continued southeasterly flow, we're going to see that moisture gradually not only increase further inland, but deepen in the vertical layer. So what that means is you're going to get more and more energy in the atmosphere. So when we do get a disturbance coming in, we'll have a better chance of rain. Tomorrow morning, though, not nearly as cool as it was this morning because there's more moisture in the atmosphere. 68, your overnight low. And then tomorrow, well, back in the lower 80s, about like what we saw today. A little bit less hot in the interior because of increasing moisture content. Well, here's the big picture. There goes that ridge shifting to the east as this big disturbance I showed you on that satellite image comes into play over West Texas, and that'll be by Thursday early morning. Notice the showers and thunderstorms ahead of that system, and that slow-moving system will keep us in a rain environment all the way through Saturday evening as that low comes out over us, and then he sets us up for a pretty nice beginning of next week. How much rain? It all depends on how the details bear out, and it looks like a pretty good rain event, a half to maybe an inch of rain before all is said and done. Let's hope that works out. Overnight tonight, once again, you maybe see a little patchy fog in the morning, 68 your low, but that doesn't last long. Under the partly cloudy and windy conditions, it'll be up into the lower 80s tomorrow, and then we'll continue to see highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s and 70s, with isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms from Wednesday night through Saturday evening.